Hello and welcome to Raiders Sports Pavilion for the second half of this doubleheader. I'm Ryan Wilmore alongside Ryan Ketchum and Nathan Espinoza, and we're going to be calling today's game between the Moorpark College Raiders and the Ventura College Pirates.
Yes, we are. So our boys just came out with a win, upset Ventura. That was pretty intense and exciting for everybody involved. Now our Lady Raiders have a chance to go ahead and beat on this Ventura team. Both teams are really good coming into tonight. Moorpark in conference play only has one loss. That loss is going to be to Ventura itself. They are trying to fix that in today's game. Ventura, on the other hand, is perfect in conference play.
Something that's nice to see is the crowd staying. I mean, that boys game, the men's game, it was so intense. It was a 78-77 win for the Moorpark Raider boys. But now this women's game, people are staying, people are into it, people are ready to see these Raiders women come out. It's like they have a new sort of team now because of how well they have been playing. And of course, this is the Ventura game, though, so it is that rivalry game. But everybody's out, everybody's here to support. It's very nice to see.
So starting tonight for the Raiders, number 2, Elise Munoz Alvarez. Number 3, Vanessa DeSimone. Number 12, Sydney Arikawa. Number 22, Kelsey Iagano. And number 33, Emily Johnson. For Ventura, Davina Del Castillo. Number 20, Kylisha Green. Number 3, Katie Campbell. Number 34, Sienna Brown. And number 14, Rihanna Dugan. Ventura wins the tip. And Campbell will bring it up. Inside, out to Kylisha Green. Green drives to the key, passes it to the corner, and Castillo's going to lose it out of bounds. Moorpark ball.
Nice quick way for Moorpark to get on top of this, take over possession, even though they didn't win the tip-off.
So Arikawa bringing it up, over to Albanez, to Iagano, into Johnson at the top of the key. Takes a dribble, and it's going to be stolen by Green. And there's going to be a foul on DeSimone, the first of the game.
Now, that was a little bit of a mistake by Johnson. What you're supposed to do when you're at the high post, even when you're dribbling, never keep it low, especially when, you have that height advantage. Always keep it high, always keep it away from the defender. She put the ball basically in the defender's lap, so that's how it got stolen.
So a funny-looking move there by Campbell, and they're going to call traveling. The ball's going to head back Moorpark's way.
A little bit of some sloppy play to kick this one off. Both teams very talented on both sides. Maybe just need to settle these nerves down and get this ball game going.
Arikawa across half court. Over to Albanez. Albanez played at Ventura last year. Over to DeSimone. DeSimone into Johnson at the top of the key. She's going to drive, lose the handle, and get the foul called. Offensive foul, actually, on Johnson. That's going to be her first of the game.
See what Johnson did, there was almost a double team. They're playing a zone defense, so it looked like there was a double team that was coming towards her where there was both players in that zone. And when she dribbled the ball, she dribbled it right into the defender once again. She put the ball right in the defender's lap. She has to be better at ball control tonight.
Brown from the elbow, no good. Castillo out to Dugan. Dugan, the layup, no good. Rebound by Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson is definitely a force to be reckoned with every single game. You see her hustling, kind of like we have a Larry Williams in her. She's hustling back and forth on both sides of the ball.
Johnson, once again at the top of the key, kicks it out to Munoz Albanez, over to Arikawa. Arikawa drives, kicks to Albanez, who hits the heel of the backboard. Arikawa with the rebound, and she's going to connect from mid-range. 2-0 Raiders early. Green from the three-point line, she's going to drive, runs into trouble. She loses the ball, regains possession to Campbell. Campbell into Brown, and Brown finishes from the key.
See, that was a great play. When you are able to attract the defense to you, there was always going to be somebody open when you have that double team. So she kicked it out right to the right person and got an easy layup. That's exactly what you want to do as a point guard dribbling in the paint.
DeSimone over to Arikawa. Takes the screen, dribbling out towards the top of the key. Down to the corner. DeSimone into Johnson. Johnson dribbles, finds Arikawa at the top for three. No good. Rebound by Green. Stolen by Iagano. And it's going to be a foul. That's going to be Green's first. Ball will stay with Moorpark.
Ventura foul on 20.
And Havana Yanello is going to come in for Kelsey Iagano for the Raiders.
Slow start for both these teams right now.
Albanez drives towards the top, kicks to DeSimone. DeSimone, handoff. Over to DeSimone for three, and it's going to bank in. 5-2 Raiders, 7:20 left in the first.
I guess the bank is always open.
Yeah, people, in basketball, you forget that the backboard is able to be used, and a lot of times people just don't use it.
So Campbell answers with a floater in the lane, and it's 5-4 Raiders. Arikawa. And Albanez is going to take the drive and finish. 7-4. Green at the wing, drives in to Campbell. Campbell finds Brown. Brown with a move down low. Over to Castillo, who cannot finish, gets her own rebound, and gets the foul. She'll head to the line shooting two.
The Raiders need to do a better job at boxing out on that play. There was no boxing out by, the center of the power forward, so that was an easy rebound. She actually missed the shot and then got her own rebound, so you can never let that happen.
Castillo hits the first off the back of the rim and out. And Rana Massaround comes in for Havana Yanello. Castillo makes the second shot, and it's 7-5 Raiders. Arikawa bringing it up. DeSimone at the wing. Over to Massaround. Back to DeSimone. To Munoz Albanez, who drives, has his lane, and planks it.
That was just short. She had a wide open lane, just couldn't get enough power on it to get the ball to get up there high enough.
Campbell takes a three, misses. Brown with the rebound. She's going to kick it out to Green. Green sets, shoots, and it's good.
Buckets.
Ventura takes their first lead of the night.
Johnson on that play, she didn't even jump for the ball on the rebound. So Emily Johnson, she needs to be able to get that strong box out, but not just the box out, go up for the rebound. It's not just going to fall in her lap, so she needs to do a little bit better job at that.
Oh, nice
And
pick and
Munoz
roll.
Albanez finds Arikawa there, but Arikawa can't finish on the drive. And we're going to have a foul.
That was a nice cut. Just wasn't able to finish for Arikawa.
So they're going to get Ventura for the foul, and the Raiders are going to have possession under the basket. And we got Nilsson coming in for Arikawa for the Raiders, and for Ventura, number 15, Melissa Omi comes in for Sienna Brown. Nilsson having trouble, gets it into DeSimone. DeSimone inside to Johnson. Johnson kicks it back out to DeSimone. And they're going to call an offensive foul there.
I can see why Moorpark had trouble with Ventura in their last game. That defense, they play, man-to-man defense. At first I thought it was zone. The reason why I thought it was a zone was because how much help defense they play. They play an intense amount of help defense, especially on Johnson. So they're trying to take out the best player.
Well, Brown checks back in for Omi on Ventura's side, and she gets the ball under the basket. She misses, tipped out. Green with the rebound, shot, no good. Castillo with another rebound, another kick to Green. Campbell at the top. She's going to drive, take the shot, and she hits. 10-7, 5:13 to play, and Moorpark's going to call a timeout. So we'll be right back after this short break. Yanella will re-enter for the Raiders. And Omi for Ventura. Munoz Albanez bringing the ball up, crossing half court. She's got 2 screens going either way. She's going to take the right. Picks up her dribble, and her pass is batted away and stolen by Ventura. Campbell bringing it up. She has Green. Green finishes, and it's 12-7 as Ventura continues their run.
On that last offensive possession, Sabrina Jenkins, excuse me, that was actually Shelby Franco. She has to, when she sets the screen, she can't just stay there. She has to move towards the defender without making it, a moving screen, but she has to move towards the defender a little bit, and Albanez has to rub off of her shoulder to make that screen work.
Dugan kicks it out to Campbell. Campbell over to Green at the top of the key. She's going to shoot for 3, and it's going to hit the heel and bounce out. Shirley with the rebound kicks it out to Nilsson, who will bring it up the court. And Nilsson's pass is going to hit off Albanez, who wasn't paying attention. It will be a backcourt violation. Ventura basketball.
Yeah, you got to always stay on top of it. And you got to pay attention. Omnipresent is what you got to be on the court. That time she wasn't paying attention. Just most importantly, her point guard bringing the ball up, and it caught her right in the side.
Yeah, something that's always taught in basketball is no matter if you don't think the pass can come to you, you always have to be ready for the pass. You always have to be looking. You always have to be ready for the pass to come to you because some players are still going to let it fly.
Campbell with another floater, no good. Brown gets the rebound, though, and she kicks it out to Dugan, who swings it to Green. Green down to Campbell. Brown now across the key. She's going to hit it, too, and it's 14-7 with 3:53.
Ventura has definitely picked it up in this last couple seconds, making a big gap. Now 7-point lead. Ventura has taken over Moorpark.
And they're going to call Mary Shirley for the off-ball foul there. Got a little too aggressive after the shot was made, and it's going to be Ventura ball once again.
Yeah, at first I didn't think they were going to call it, but it was a high elbow.
One more foul on Shelby Franco. That's her first 15th foul on the Raiders.
Green into Castillo, who goes up and is fouled. So she'll head to the line as Havana Yanello commits her first personal.
Fouls on Havana Yanello. That's her first. Del Castillo at the line for 2 shots.
Castillo will hit her first. And in for the Raiders come Johnson and Arikawa for Nilsson and Shirley. And Green leaves the game for Ventura to be replaced by Simone Lewis. Castillo makes the second to extend the lead to 16-7. Arikawa bringing it up across the MC logo.
I really like what Arikawa does. She's a very good point guard, and she's undersized, so nobody thinks that she could really play out there. But she has that chip on her shoulder like all, smaller players do, and she just brings it every night.
So Arikawa to DeSimone at the wing, who shoots for 3. She can't hit that. And after a struggle, Ventura will come out with the rebound. Campbell across half court. She's going to get it to Lewis. Lewis drives, pulls up, and misses from mid-range. Ball kicked back out to Lewis. She's going to hand it off to Campbell. Campbell resetting the offense. Campbell guarded by Albanez. She's going to take a screen from Castillo. And another floater, another miss. Rebounded by Yanello. Yanello's going to bring it up. And she's going to try to take coast to coast, and they're going to get a call on the ground. Moorpark will have it under the basket.
Something that Yanello has to do when you're dribbling the ball, trying to, go coast to coast, when you're driving in the lane, don't just stay, parallel to the free throw line, basically. So actually go towards the hoop. Don't just stay parallel to it. Go towards the hoop. That's how you're supposed to attack.
Arikawa to DeSimone in the corner. She's going to get it into Johnson, who can't control it, and it's going to be Ventura basketball.
These Lady Raiders need to get a hold of themselves right now. You can tell they're a little flustered out there, frustrated. Things aren't going their way early. Like I said earlier, they need to settle these nerves down, get in their groove, and play their ball.
And Sienna Brown misses a shot from the elbow as she tries to extend the lead. Arikawa bringing it back up. She's going to pick up her dribble, give it off to Yanello, who gives it right back. Back to Yanello. And that's going to be picked by Castillo. She's going to pass it up to Green. Green, 2-on-1. And she's going to pass it to number 24, Celeste Salazar, who loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, Celeste just was kind of waiting for it right there. They were all on board on that one. When Green pushed it up fast to her, she just wasn't ready for it and wasn't able to get a hold of that ball and just went right out of bounds.
Amos checks in for the first time for the Raiders. Arikawa bringing it up. She's going to swing it to D. Simone at the wing. Back to Arikawa up top. Johnson sets the screen to her left. She's going to take it, pull it back out, over to Amos. Amos looking inside, and they're going to get her on the traveling call.
Back to what you were talking about the screens a little bit ago, Ryan. You know, a lot of these screens they're setting up, they're not like they're really putting all of their effort into getting the screen done, and they're just kind of acting like a mannequin for a second, you know, and that's not how you're going to get it done. Like you said, you're going to have to rub off that shoulder, and you have to get in there and use that screen.
Green driving towards the left side of the basket. She's going to miss, but get her own rebound. She'll pull it out, get it to Sienna Brown. Brown out to Campbell. Campbell at the right wing. She's going to do some fancy maneuvers, but lose the ball out of bounds, and it's Raiders basketball.
That was handles for a second. She just got a little fancy, like you said, and lost control of it.
Looked like Campbell was trying to be on an and one mixtape.
Right?
Arikawa cross half court to D. Simone at the left wing this time. Back to Arikawa up top, who will pop the three, and it'll rim out.
Hey, if Campbell ever made it on, and one, her street ball nickname would be Chicken Noodle Soup.
Right? It'd have to be.
Yeah, you got to go with the Campbell theme.
So Sienna Brown at the post. Arikawa's going to get in there and send the ball flying. D. Simone's going to cover it up, and we're going to get a jump ball with 59 seconds left in the first.
You know, D. Simone is definitely one of those effort players we often talk about. You can see her completely locked into her opponent every single time they're going for it. And she's just one of the most intense players if you pay attention to her on the court.
So Johnson will bring it into Arikawa with 55 remaining. D. Simone takes it on the left wing. She's going to drive towards the top of the key. She drives down towards the baseline, picks up her dribble. Over to Amos. Amos in trouble. She's going to bring it over to Arikawa. Arikawa pulls it back up with 8 on the shot clock. She shoots from 3, and it's going to be off the heel and off the front of the rim. Campbell bringing it up for Ventura. Campbell drives left, finds Omi inside, but Omi's going to kick it out to Green.
Yeah, it looks like Green was able to save that one a little bit. The ball kind of popped out, and Green was luckily in the back up there, ready for that ball to come out.
With 8 remaining, Ventura looked to be waiting for the last shot, but they're going to take it. And with 5, 4, 3, Arikawa driving it up. She's going to fire from NBA range, and it's going to rim off. And so at the end of one quarter, the Ventura Pirates lead 16-7. And we'll be right back at the start of the second. And we are back for the start of the second. Ventura will lead things off with the ball. In for the Raiders are DeSimone, Arikawa, Johnson, Campbell. Inside to Green, Green to Castillo. Castillo shoots the mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Munoz Albanez. Up to Arikawa. Arikawa swings it to Munoz Albanez, gets it over. Arikawa at the wing. Out to Iagano. Iagano back to Arikawa. Up to Munoz Albanez. She's going to drive the key, pull up her dribble, and brick one. And Ventura's going to come back the other way with the ball. Green at the wing. She's going to drive to the key. No good on the layup, but it's rebounded by Brown. Brown out to Green. Green to Campbell. Into Brown at the high post. Brown drives, puts it up, and it rims out. Castillo can't. Castillo holds on, and Ventura's going to get the timeout there.
This is where Moorpark is really losing the game right now. They're losing the game on these offensive rebounds. They're letting Ventura get their ball back. The Ventura's not even worried about missing a shot because 9 times out of 10, they're able to just follow up and get that rebound and try it again and get it in.
And even hustle-wise, on that last offensive rebound, the ball was on the ground, and the Pirates, there was 3 Raiders and 1 Pirate. The Pirate was the one that dove on the ball. All 3 Raiders just kind of looked at it, tried to grab it with their hands. That's the effort that you need to see from the Raiders that you're seeing from the Pirates. So they need to step it up to be able to get, in the lead and maybe even get this win to sweep Ventura. Imagine how special that would be to sweep Ventura.
Oh my gosh, it would make up for a loss in football and every other loss that we've had all season long. The one thing I'll say, though, is, they've got to have a little something in there to want to beat Ventura bad because Ventura is the only conference loss they have this season already. So if you can kind of walk out of this with, giving each other 1 loss in conference in the season, it'll make up for it. And Campbell misses a long 3.
Arikawa looking for Albanez, and she's going to control the ball, but too far into the basket. She can't do anything with it. It's going to go out of bounds, and the ref's going to award the ball to Ventura. And here comes another ref maybe to talk about the call, and it's going to be changed Moorpark basketball.
There we go. I talk about Coach always being so intense. He was the one shouting down there. It makes me think the ref was changed their mind after the coach was yelling at him a little bit.
I mean, this coach, he's big, he's intimidating. They might have changed it a little bit from not wanting him to use his anger out on them.
Give him 1 call.
Arikawa into DeSimone in the key. Her shot no good, too strong off the backboard. And it's going to be knocked out by the Raiders. Ventura basketball.
Back to that play with Arikawa where she had, tried to force that ball way up front. That ball was so beautifully passed. It looked like a quarterback was leading her wide receiver up front, and Albanez just couldn't get a hold of it.
And Arikawa playing some good defense there. She's going to force the turnover, and it's going to be Raiders ball.
And just like in football, the way that she threw it was that she just had to look over her shoulder, keep her hands out, and catch it, just like a wide receiver has to on a streak. That was a perfect pass.
So Munoz Albanez at the wing. She's going to take a screen towards the key. She's going to get it inside, and another offensive foul on the Raiders.
Johnson needs to slow down a little bit. She needs to regain her confidence. You can see that she's, even her body language, she's very frustrated. She needs to settle down, get a good, clean post up. No hooking, because that was a hook that she was called on. She just needs to, have a clean post up, and they need to feed her, give her some confidence, give her some easy layups.
So Shelby Franco comes in for the Raiders in place of Johnson. And a quick foul on Moorpark. Ventura will inbound it from the sideline.
Foul number 2, Elise Munoz Albanez. That's her first.
A game not filled with too many fouls already. Nice game flow already for this game.
And Campbell finds Castillo, who puts it in to extend the lead to 18-7.
Just watching Campbell, because it's the first time I've seen her play this season, reminds me a lot of how Russell Westbrook plays as a point guard, almost not really a point guard, but kind of that, hybrid shooting guard, point guard who just is hustling 100%, 110% on every play from Campbell.
Yeah, she is.
That's what we
DeSimone
talk
takes
about
that
it.
one all the way, and she loses it. Going the other way. Green kicks it to Dugan. Dugan, she's going to pull back. Kicks it to Castillo, who's out to Green. Green for three. She misses. And it's Raiders basketball. Arikawa across half court. She gets it to Yanello, over to Munoz Albanez. Back to Yanello at the top of the key. She doesn't take a screen, but she drives and is blocked. But they get the foul on Sienna Brown. So Yanello's going to go to the line shooting two.
See, that's what Yanella has to do. As I mentioned, she just kind of went parallel to paint on her last drive, but this time she actually went towards the basket. She drew the foul, and now she's shooting 2 free throws. So that's what you need to do. You need to attack the basket, go towards it when you're attacking.
And Yanella will make her first. First points in a while for the Raiders, as it is 18-8.
Yeah, if the Raiders don't get a hold of this game early, this is how you fall behind, and it's hard to catch back up when you fall too far behind.
Iango re-entering the game for Franco. Yanella misses her second, and it's going to be off Iango. Pirate basketball. Campbell bringing it up. She's going to take a screen, head down to the corner. Cross court to Dugan. Dugan has trouble handling it. Out towards half court. She's driving it in, takes the lane, and draws the foul but misses the shot. She's going to head to the line with 2 free throws.
What I've been noticing a lot about Moorpark is when somebody's driving to the hole, they'll have 2 defenders ready to, try to block her shot, but then she'll just go right between the 2 defenders. Nobody steps up. They don't call it out. They just kind of separate, and wide open hole, as we just saw again.
Dugan misses her first, frustrated.
Dugan in line for one more shot.
She'll make her second, and it's a 19-8 game. Arikawa across half court. She's going to take a screen from Iango. No, she drives right, and she's fouled in the key. And once again, we're headed to the line for a couple of free throws.
That's got to be the 3rd time I've seen Arikawa on the ground. She's definitely putting herself on the line every single play.
Even with that bad knee, it looks like she had an ACL tear, because that's basically, that's a brace that keeps your knee together. It keeps it, from moving too much different ways, especially when you pivot or you plant.
So she makes her first, cutting the lead down to just 10 points. And she'll hit the second. 19-10 with 6:38 remaining in the second quarter. Campbell dribbling to her left, now to her right. She's going to take it in the key. Her shot no good. And it looks like they're going to call Moorpark on the foul there.
Chicken Noodle try to bring out her moves again.
Chicken Noodle.
Looks like they're going to get Arikawa with the foul inside.
That's her second personal. 14 foul Raiders.
Green bringing it in. She's going to find Dugan in the corner. Dugan drives and cannot lay it in. Munoz Albanez with the rebound. She's going to bring it across half court. With some tempo here, she pulls it back out.
That last defensive play for Moorpark, that was exactly what I was talking about. The Pirate got past her defender, and then there was another defender to help, that second defender, and she just kind of backed off instead of trying to block it. They get past those 2 defenders, and nobody steps up for Moorpark.
Dugan with the ball. She's going to kick it to Green in the corner. Looking inside for Castillo. Hand off to Green. Green working the post. No good. And Iango with the rebound. The Raiders will come up and be able to set up their offense. Iango looking to set a screen. She's going to peel off and get the pass over to Munoz Albanez in the low wing. Back up top, a risky pass, but Arikawa was able to bring it in. Arikawa takes it, with 7 on the shot clock. She lays it in, and it's 19-13 Raiders. Campbell up to Green. Her pass is deflected out of bounds by Yanello.
So it seems like Moorpark, they're getting a little more energy. They're getting a little more involved in the game. They're going after those hustle plays now. So don't be too surprised if you see the lead shrinking. Of course, 13-19, now only a 6-point lead instead of a 10-point lead and even an 11-point lead. So they're coming back. They're getting more energized.
Dugan kicks it to Lewis. Lewis drives, no good. She gets her own rebound, and a jump ball is called.
Yeah, I think what you're alluding to a second ago, Ryan, is correct. They're kind of settling down. I think the nerves are getting out. They're getting more into the game. They're able to communicate a little better. And the hustle's starting to come out right now. Even with the small play where she deflected the pass and knocked it out of bounds, even if it was out of bounds, it's kind of stopping that play and it's resetting the team.
Moorpark owns the possession arrow, so they will be receiving the ball here. Looks like we have some questions at the scorer's table, maybe a mix-up in the on the scorecard.
We'll just take one moment while we
figure
wait
things
for
out
this
here.
out, and we'll be right back with you in just a moment.
And the Raiders bring the ball up. Arikawa takes a screen, kicks it to Iango. Iango, she's going to have trouble with the pass. Regathers it over to Arikawa, who's going to take a screen but stay up at the top of the key. Arikawa drives right, and she casts up a layup. No good. Campbell up to Dugan. Dugan one-on-one with DeSimone. DeSimone cannot make the stop, and Dugan finishes with a layup. Munoz Albanez bringing it back for the Raiders, over to DeSimone. DeSimone handoff to Arikawa. Arikawa bringing things up, trying to set the offense. She's going to drive left, pass, and Yanello can't finish. Ventura with the rebound. Campbell bringing it up, finds Dugan again. Dugan, and this is going to be a charge. DeSimone sets in the key and is awarded with a charge call.
Yeah, she totally set herself up, saw that one come in, planted her feet, and took it like a champ.
Dugan was able to avoid it on her last drive, but there she cannot avoid DeSimone and is called for the foul.
It looks like DeSimone has done it before because she was outside of the restricted area, so she knew where to plant her feet, she knew where to go, and she knew the positioning.
Arikawa bringing it up. Over to DeSimone. DeSimone drives baseline, and she's going to make some contact and finish. Green looking for the charge, but clean call according to the refs. Campbell to Green. Green over to Castillo. Campbell pops the three. No good. DeSimone gets a rebound and another jump ball. This time it's staying with Ventura.
Moorpark has an interesting defensive strategy, how they're just sagging off of the three-point shooters. We've seen these shooters make it before, but it seems like they'd much more, rather take a three-pointer instead of having a two-pointer in the paint. They're trying to control the paint. So interesting strategy because they're giving a lot of leeway on the three-point shooters.
So Franco in for Johnson. And Arikawa gets the rebound and a foul.
Looks like that knee on Arikawa, actually the opposite ankle seems to be bothering her a little bit after that, coming down on it a little funny.
So right after Franco checks in, she's going back out, replaced by Iango.
And speaking about that ankle injury, when you have a brace on any part of your body, it makes you more accustomed to having an injury. It increases the chance of any injury on your body, especially on the opposite leg, because you're putting more pressure on the opposite leg usually when you have the brace on. So she needs to be very careful with that ankle.
DeSimone drives towards the key. She's going to lose it, but Yanello gets it. Kicks it out to Munoz Albanez, who picks up her dribble. Hand off to DeSimone. DeSimone with 4 on the shot clock, drives and finishes. And it's 21-16, 3:03 remaining in the half.
Again, DeSimone not scared to use that backboard as she just banks that nice and cleanly in there.
Green for 3. She's going to hit. And
Again,
it's 24-16.
just when you start making a little comeback, Green's got to shove it in your face and actually add a little more on top.
DeSimone picks up her dribble over to Munoz Albanez. Arikawa back cross court to DeSimone, who shoots a 3, no good. Albanez can't save the ball, and it's headed towards Ventura.
8-point game right now. Moorpark's definitely going to want to close this up a little bit more as they're getting into halftime right now.
And Avery Brunk's going to check in for the first time for the Pirates. Campbell, who is yet to leave the game, will bring it up yet again. He's going to drive right, lose control, but find Brunk. Over to Lewis. Lewis back to Campbell. Campbell into Castillo. Out to Salazar. Salazar for 3. She's going to hit.
It's an 11-point game, just when you thought the game was in reach.
A lot of Ventura fans here at the Raiders Sports Pavilion. Arikawa is going to bring it across half court. Swing it to DeSimone. DeSimone tries to hit the back door to Yanello, but she's going to lose control, and Ventura is going to get the ball off the turnover. Campbell drives left, puts it up, and she gets the foul. Munoz Albanez gave her a little too much room there and allowed her to take an easy path to the basket.
It's amazing the skill that Campbell has when she can tell that the defender, isn't in the right position to be able to guard her, and she just takes it straight to the hole. She has no hesitation about it, just goes directly towards it and gets fouled. She's not afraid to put her body on the line. She's not afraid to, bump into bigger girls out there and lay it in. So I'm surprised with that skill level. Very, very, very advanced to be able to know, about the defender.
So Campbell hits her first, and Sabrina Jenkins checks in for the Raiders. And Campbell's second free throw is also good. So with 1:24 remaining, it's now a 29-16 lead for the Pirates. Munoz Albanez at the wing. She's going to kick it to DeSimone. DeSimone, hand off to Arikawa. Arikawa into Johnson. Johnson back out to Jenkins. Jenkins drives to her left, kicks it out to DeSimone, who can't hit the 3.
1 minute. 1 minute to go in the half.
Campbell across half court. 54 remaining in the half. 20 on the shot clock. Ventura in no hurry here. Campbell guarded by Munoz Albanez. And Campbell drives through almost every Raider there, but she can't get her shot to fall. It's now with 34 remaining. Munoz Albanez brings it up for the Raiders. She's going to kick it out to Arikawa. Arikawa shakes the defender, takes it in, and is blocked by Castillo.
Back on that last offensive play for the Pirates with Campbell, those moves, she had that hesitation move even. That was amazing. She kind of, stepped it back a little bit, had the defender, pass by her, but those Raiders, they need to, stay better in defense. Look at the belly button. That's the easiest way to be able to defend somebody. Look at their belly button. The middle, the trunk of the body never goes in that, fake direction.
And with 7 seconds remaining, Ventura looking to finish the half strong. Campbell with the floater. It's good. And that's going to do it for the first half. Either you two see anything the Raiders can capitalize moving forward?
They fell down 15 points now. It's 31-16 going into the half. Raiders trailing by a lot. the one thing they're going to have to do is they're going to have to slow down Campbell. Campbell's doing whatever she wants, and then she's not making a lot of shots, but she's creating a lot of opportunities for other players on the team. Other than that, just getting sound, they started getting it together a little bit right toward the end, and they kind of fell apart in this last couple minutes.
On the offensive side for the Raiders, they need to focus on getting the ball into Johnson. They need to get some easy buckets for Johnson. They need to use Johnson's passing ability. She's a big, she's a big man that can pass. She could pass the ball if she gets double teamed. Yeah, big woman, and she needs to be able to get the ball more. She needs to operate in the post. She needs to do all of her sweet moves that we know that she could do.
There we go. Well, that's it for half. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Once again, Ventura leads 31-16. And we are back with the second half. Ryan Wilmore alongside Ryan Ketchum, and now joining us, Moorpark College cornerback Mike Jones.
Hello.
Nice of you to join us.
Of course.
So
Out here to support.
starting the third quarter for the Raiders, we have Johnson, Irikawa, DeSimone, Munoz Albanez, and Yanello. Munoz Albanez into Johnson. Johnson, backdoor to Irikawa, no good.
Arakawa, she didn't need that dribble on that last reverse play. She could have just caught the ball, do a 1-2, and then lay it in. That would have probably been easier for her.
Johnson to Arikawa. Bringing it back up the court from Moorpark. She crosses half court. Dribbles to her left, inside to Johnson again at the high post. Johnson. She's going to have it stolen by Campbell, but Arikawa is able to corral it. Back to Munoz Albanez. Albanez across to Arikawa. She's going to drive and toss up a layup, but it's going to brick off the backboard, no good. Campbell bringing it the other way. Campbell drives left, another floater, and it's going to roll out. She's going to get the rebound, though, and kick it out to Brown, who misses. Castillo gets the rebound, and it's fumbled out to Green, who hits a three.
See, what Campbell needs to do, what Campbell's doing, what Moorpark needs to do, Moorpark needs to put more pressure on Campbell. Campbell's able to get to the hole very easily with that floater. She has a nice lefty right there, but she needs, they need to put more pressure on her. They need to box her out. She was able to get her own rebound and a nice assist, so they need to get more pressure on her, stop that chicken noodle soup from getting too wet, you know. She is just a great player out there.
Campbell up to Green. Green back out to Brown. Brown drives left, but they're going to get her with a travel call, and it's going to be Raider basketball.
See, the girl taking it out right now, Johnson, she needs to get into this game more. They need to, hit her at the high post a lot more. They need to hit her down low. They need to get her into this game. She needs to get a few hook shots, maybe some drop step layups. She needs to get those easy layups in, get that confidence, and be able to do what she does best out on the court.
Munoz Albanez finds it cutting Yanello, who is fouled as she goes up for two. She'll head to the line.
Yeah, they got to get a lot more ball movement as well, too. It's too stagnant.
Castillo, that's her first team foul on the Pirates. Yanello at the line for 2 shots.
And Yanello's going to hit her first, and that'll close the deficit to 34-17 as Ventura continues to lead.
Get in there. Good.
And it's 34-18. Campbell bringing the ball up quick to Green. Green back to Campbell, and she's going to dribble it off a knee, and Johnson's going to recover it from Moorpark. Amos bringing the ball up. She's going to dribble to the right, kicks it back to the top of the key. DeSimone now has the ball to Albanez. Albanez fakes, shoots, and air balls. Yanello saves the ball to Johnson, though. Albanez at the wing, she's going to kick it back to Amos. Amos over to Yanello with 2 on the shot clock. She's going to bank it.
Wow.
The bank is open.
34-21, Pirates over the Raiders.
Again, the bank is always open, but what they need to do before that first rebound, they need to feed it to Johnson. Johnson has a nice post up right there, and she needs to get the ball. She needs to do work down low.
Green tries to respond with 3, but it rims out. DeSimone bringing it up. 7:06 to go in the third quarter. Albanez with the layup. 34-23. Green has the ball near the corner. Back up to Campbell at the high wing. Campbell dribbles, shoots, and hits a 3. She answers the Raiders' short run.
Chicken Noodle Soup gets it again. She's actually showing us her jump shot now. She's been driving the ball every single possession that she gets it, but now she's finally stepping back, getting that nice jumper to go, and that's what Pirates need to see her do as we see Johnson getting that nice layup.
Campbell bringing it up across half court. Guarded by Amos. Amos not letting her go right. She's going to pass left to Dugan. Dugan back to Campbell. Campbell fakes and drives. Her pass inside to Sienna Brown, though, is deflected out of bounds, and it's going to be Moorpark basketball.
Johnson was able to get that layup on the last possession down. You can't even imagine how much wonders one layup going in, just seeing the ball go through the hoop does for a player, especially like Johnson.
And a strong drive by Yanello, and that'll cut the lead to 37-27. Green at the right wing. She's going to pass to Dugan at the top of the key. To Castillo at the high post. Castillo's going to drive right, kick it out to Green in the corner for three. No good, it's an air ball. Brown gets the ball and slips, and that's going to be traveling. Raider basketball. Yanello bringing it into Amos. Amos across the MC logo, and it's going to be passed to Yanello, who's almost called for a backcourt violation. Munoz Albanez drives to the top of the key. She's going to kick it back to Amos at the wing. Amos drives, contested, and she hits the jumper.
That's what Charlie, famous Amos, does.
Green driving across court. She's going to hand it off to Castillo, who gets it into Brown. Brown with the mid-range, she's going to hit. And with 5 minutes remaining, it's still a 10-point lead for Ventura. Yanello to Amos at the wing. Back to Yanello, to DeSimone. And they're going to continue on to Munoz Albanez, who reverses direction with her dribble. Back out to DeSimone for three. And that's going to rim out. Castillo with the rebound gets it to Campbell, who's going to bring it across half court. And she's going to drive and draw the foul off Amos.
What DeSimone needs to do on the last offensive possession, Johnson had the biggest mismatch of the game. She had a point guard on her. They need to feed her. They need to give her the ball. They need to let her do what she does best. Just give her the ball, let her go up with it, get some buckets, and be able to cut this lead down.
And Iango will come in for Yanello. Dugan, three from the top of the key, no good. Iango with the rebound. She's going to get it to Munoz Albanez, who will bring it up for the Raiders. Albanez, she's got two screens coming. She's going to take the right one. Back to Johnson, who is contested. And Moorpark's going to end up with the ball. 5 on 4 as Albanez is blocked in the key. Her shot is no good, but they get Castillo with the foul. And Albanez is going to head to the line, shooting two.
Whenever you have a 5 on 4 and offensive advantage, you need to be able to find that player that does not have a defender on them. And you need to use those pump fakes. You need to use those pass fakes. You need to use those jab steps. You need to use every type of fake that you can to be able to get the score. You need to be able to, control that offensive possession.
And Munoz Albanez's first shot hits off the heel and out. So with 4:11, the score remains 39-29, Pirates over the Raiders. Albanez's second shot is good, and it's 39-30. Campbell bringing it up. They're forcing her to go left, and she's going to give it to Green. Green drives from the wing. She finds Sienna. Beautiful pass, beautiful finish by Brown.
The way that Ventura is incorporating Brown in their offense is how Johnson needs to be incorporated in Moorpark. They need to drive the ball, but get it to her. They're getting the ball to Brown, and Moorpark's not getting the ball to Johnson. That's the only difference. The skill level is basically the same. Johnson might even be more skillful than Brown is, so they need to get the ball to her.
Iango air balls, and it's rebounded by Campbell. The pass into Brown. Brown's shot, also an air ball, and Iango gets the rebound. Munoz Albanez bringing it up for the Raiders. Looking for DeSimone at the wing. DeSimone drives left, and she finishes with two. 41-32, 3:10 remaining in the third quarter. Campbell trying to drive right. She's going to cut back left and shoot it from high key, and she's going to bank it in. 43-32.
What Moorpark needs to start doing is they need to start double teaming chicken noodle up there. They need to start double teaming Campbell. They need to be able to get more women on her. They need to be able to defend her better, not letting her get to that middle of the paint and just shooting up the floater. That's what she's been doing the whole entire game. They need to put a body down there so that she cannot do what she is doing best. That's the only way to be able to stop her production.
And Amos drives toward the baseline. They're going to get her called with a charge. So Moorpark with another turnover. Gives Ventura the ball with 2:32 and left in the third.
Second team foul, Raiders.
Chicken noodle soup bringing it across the MC logo. Into Green at the elbow. Back to Campbell, who finds Sienna Brown and one. Ventura has been carving up Moorpark's defense. And Yanello's going to come in for Yango and Arikawa in for Amos.
22, Kelsey Lingo, that's her first personal. Brown at the line for one shot.
And that's going to rim out. Munoz Alvarez with the rebound. She's going to bring it up. And she's going to send it back to Arikawa, who passes it right back. Back to Arikawa for three. No. Sienna Brown with the rebound. Pass back to Campbell. Campbell over to Green at the wing. To Sienna Brown at the free throw line. And she's going to hit the jumper. And Ventura is on fire. 47-32, 151 remaining. Yanello picks up her dribble. Gives it to DeSimone. DeSimone over to Albanez. Arikawa is going to take Johnson's screen. Over to Munoz Albanez. She's going to drive, and the behind the back pass cannot find Johnson, and it's going to be a turnover.
I know we keep saying that Johnson needs to get the ball more on the Moorpark offensive side, but I don't know if I would really give the ball to her if I was Moorpark's coach with the way that she's playing defense. She's just making it very easy for Brown to get as many points as possible. Those last 2 points she got were wide open mid-range jumpers. That's where you should be defending her. She should be in the defensive stance, a hand in her face to make sure she can't pop it.
And Campbell pops them from the top of the key, and it's going to roll around the basket and out. Arikawa bringing it up. Arikawa looking for DeSimone, but she can't find her. She goes to Albanez instead. Albanez into Johnson at the free throw line. And Green's going to poke that ball out, and it looks like Brown and Yanello will grab for a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Pirates.
Anytime you have the ball, especially, a center, what Johnson needs to do is look over her shoulder, look at the weak side to make sure that she sees that defender coming, that double team. That's always what you're supposed to do. You're always supposed to look weak side right when you get the ball.
And Green for three, she's going to hit. And with 42 seconds remaining, it's 50-32. Ventura's pulling away with this one. Arikawa across the logo. She's going to give it to Munoz Albanez. She's going to drive to her left and kick it to DeSimone. DeSimone dribbles around. She's going to find Yanello. Yanello looks inside for Johnson. Johnson, it's good. With 14 seconds remaining now, Ventura's going to look for the last shot. 8 on the game clock. Campbell's going to drive, and she misses the layup, and with 1 second left, the time's going to run out before Arikawa gets the shot off. She drains the half-court shot, but a half second after the buzzer.
Dang.
Mike Jones, do you have anything to add after this quarter?
Moorpark, you just got to put more effort on the defensive side. That's it. Defense will turn into your offense, and hopefully you can turn these ties around and get the W for tonight.
And Ryan?
Yeah, that is like what Mike was saying, that defense, especially Johnson. Johnson needs to step up on the mid-range jumper. Also, they need to find a way to be able to guard Campbell. Like I was mentioning, put a body in the paint. Put a body somewhere where she can't get a floater off. That's what she's been, killing Moorpark with, that little floater, that lefty floater in the paint. So just defend that, and they should be fine.
All right, well, we'll be right back for the start of the fourth quarter. Stay tuned. And we're back for the start of the fourth. The Raiders will inbound the ball. Arikawa to Munoz Albanez. DeSimone, Johnson, and Yanello also on the court for the Raiders. Albanez to Arikawa. Arikawa to Yanello in the corner. Yanello looks for Johnson, who's triple teamed. She's going to hand it off to Yanello, who dribbles it off her foot and out of bounds. Ventura basketball.
As I mentioned in the past, Johnson, what she needs to do when she catches the ball in the paint, always look opposite. Always look to the weak side. Always look where the double team is coming from. That's always where your open person is going to be. That's always where your sharpshooter is going to be. She did not do it on that possession. Just put the ball right on the ground, and then it resulted in a turnover.
It's a 16-point lead for Ventura. Green going to drive into the key. And Brown, no good. But Yanello can't quite hold on to the rebound. Arikawa tries to save it.
Whoa.
And it's going to be a traveling call on Castillo. I know the Ventura coach is going to want to foul on DeSimone, but that's not the case.
Yeah, a little interesting play right there. I think the ref made the right call because she did grab the ball and walked with it. Of course, she was tripped up right away, but that would be kind of a tricky play for the ref.
So Johnson, double teamed once again. She's going to kick it out to Arikawa in the corner for three. No good. Campbell with the rebound. She's going to bring it up herself. Forced to go left yet again. She's going to kick it to Dugan. Dugan looks for three, and she's going to hit. 53-34, Ventura. With 8:50 to go, this one is looking well out of reach. Yanello drives right and brings it back up towards the top. Pass it to DeSimone, who looks for Arikawa on the cut, but she can't fit it between the Ventura defenders. Dugan bringing it back the other way. Sidesteps DeSimone and lays it in.
So
55-34 Ventura, and timeout called by Moorpark College.
That was Rihanna Dugan.
That was.
Dugan.
And we'll be right back after this short timeout. So Johnson into Arikawa. She's going to bring it up, cross half court, and she's going to give it off to DeSimone. DeSimone at the right wing. She's going to drive towards the top of the key, and her drive stopped. Arikawa with the ball now. Back to DeSimone, who pops the three, and that's good.
Buckets.
Wow.
DeSimone from deep. And here comes Campbell bringing the ball up.
Funny thing about Campbell, she came back from Washington State, actually.
Wow.
She's Washington State bounced back. I heard that she actually got the offer back to Washington State, so she'll probably be ending up going back there after the season. So.
And as we're talking about her, she lays one in, and it's 57-37, 20-point lead for Ventura.
Yeah, no wonder why she got that offer back. She's just an amazing player out there. She's able to set up, her girls out there, but she's also able to get points for herself and be able to be productive as a player.
So Munoz Albanez with the drive. She can't finish, though, and it's going to be a Ventura ball. Campbell bringing it back up over to Green. Green with the handoff to Campbell.
Step
Campbell.
up.
She's going to pass it back. Brown out to Green. Green to Castillo, but they're going to get her for the traveling violation. Munoz Albanez set to bring the ball into Mia Moore, making her first appearance of the day.
There you go. Sub her in.
Yanello looks inside, then brings it back to DeSimone. DeSimone to Munoz Albanez. Back to DeSimone, who shoots another three, and that one rims out. Campbell once again commanding her offense, bringing the ball up. She's going to drive left, kick to Dugan. Dugan pulls it back. She looks for Campbell, but decides to go to Green. Green, wide open, sinks the three. You got to step out on that.
It's her day today.
Yanello with no help bringing the ball in. Munoz Albanez finally comes back.
It is her day today, like you were saying, Mike. In the first half, Green was just splashing it from deep, and I would think that they would step up on her a little bit more, but they were just lagging off of her, and she was able to get it.
I mean, usually she's not known for three-point shooting, and Moorpark scouting report probably said that, but today is just they're going in for her today. So
yeah, once you see a few of them drop, you got to step up a little bit.
You have to. So now, Moorpark has to step it up. I think number 11, Charlie. I think she's the best defender for Moorpark and gave Katie the most fit. So let's see how this goes out while she's back in the game.
Yeah, Famous Amos going up against Campbell should be a good matchup if she's the best defender.
Back to Amos. Famous Amos to her left. She's going to find Yanello. Yanello into Johnson. Johnson finishes and one. Count the basket. She'll head to the line. Try to cut this down to a 20-point lead.
See, an easy basket right there. Just a nice cut by Johnson, getting the nice pass. That's all you need to do. Just get her some easy layups, get her flowing. You know, it's not too late to make a comeback. Of course, down by 20 points, you know, it may seem insurmountable, but, you know, still with 6 minutes, 20 seconds left, you could, you know, score even 100 points in that time, depending on how many, you know, how the quality of your shots are.
Brown at the elbow, and that's going to be something on Ventura. We're headed the other way. I'm not sure if they got her with the traveling or if it was off ball.
The game is never over. Tom Brady even showed us. Never over.
It's Mia Moore.
Exactly. A good example of a current comeback. That seemed like an insurmountable one, but they were able to win.
Mia Moore can't connect from three. Campbell with a rebound. She's got to be working on at least a double-double. Campbell to her right. She's going to make contact with the defender. Step back, no good. Mia Moore with the rebound. 5:49 remaining.
That was a nice step back as well by Chicken Noodle. She was able to, you know, get that separation, almost like Neil Lever would say, step back Bobby Jack.
Green on the wing, and we got a timeout called by the Pirates. Don't know what strategy they're going to think over here, but we'll be right back after the timeout. And we're back. We hope you enjoyed listening to Train there during the break. It's going to be Ventura ball on their half of the court. Train's going to bring it into Chicken Noodle. Chicken Noodle from the top. She's going to get it into Sienna Brown at the post. Back to Chicken Noodle. Chicken Noodle, no good, but she gets her own rebound. And a host of Raiders are there, and they're going to cause the jump ball. Thanks to the most part by Jenkins. But Ventura will retain possession.
See, they just need to put a body on Campbell. Katie Campbell, Chicken Noodle, is able to get everything she wants out there, especially those offensive rebounds. It's almost effortless for her.
And Sienna Brown is fouled by Charlie Amos there at the elbow. And Ventura will have the ball under the basket.
Moorpark foul on Charlie Amos. That's her third personal, first team foul on the Raiders.
Into Dugan. Dugan, she's going to lay it up and in.
Little granny style.
Oh, she was doing that good work with the lay-in.
Ari called to Mia Moore. Mia Moore into Johnson. Johnson with the slam.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Emma Johnson.
Something I like about Johnson, she just had 2 back-to-back left-handed layups. Those were her 2 back-to-back points, and she's a right-hander. So she's able to, be a little ambidextrous. She's able to lay it in with either hand, and she's very skilled on either side of the block. So they need to use her a lot more, especially in these final minutes of the game. Just even if they don't win, just getting some more confidence for her.
With 4 minutes and 45 seconds left, Chicken Noodle was in no hurry there, but she's going to kick it out, and that's going to be Salazar for 3. Celeste Salazar for first points of the day. Ari Kawa into Johnson at the free throw line. Johnson out to Mia Moore, who pops the 3, and that's going to be off.
In and out.
Campbell bringing it back up. Looks like she's going to set up near half court yet again.
Like Mike was saying, Amos is the best defender, Charlie Amos, on this team, so this should be a good matchup right here.
And the give and go, and Chicken Noodle can't hit the 3, but she's going to get the ball back, and she's going to drive, kick it to Salazar, but they're going to get Amos, it looks like, with the foul.
Keep working. Keep working. She hasn't scored a point yet.
I saw Katie Campbell do that move, back-to-back possessions. They need to be able to block her off. She dribbles to the left side of the basket, and then she dribbles right to the baseline. When the defenders kind of commit to her, she throws it to the opposite corner. It's always wide open. So they need to find a way to be able to have some help defense and also guard Campbell from getting to her spot.
So Campbell, a.k.a. Chicken Noodle, she hasn't come out all game. And she, once again, is in no hurry here. Ventura holding on to a 65-42 lead. Amos.
Horns offense.
Campbell kicks to Salazar. Salazar back to Campbell. Campbell in the corner. She's going to
go.
pop the 3 with 1 on the shot clock. And Chicken Noodle's going to hit another 3. Nilsson bringing it up for Moorpark. Raiders trying to find a moral victory here in the waning moments. Mia Moore for 3. No good. Campbell with another rebound.
That's 2 back-to-back threes that it looked good that Moore was about to make. It just went in and out on both of them. It looked like they had that little, soft touch towards the rim, but just not falling for her.
2:55 remaining, 15 on the shot clock. Campbell to Green in the corner, who's going to pop the 3, and she's going to hit. Ventura cannot miss now to end the game. And Chicken Noodle, she's racking up rebounds, points, and assists. Nilsson to Mia Moore. Mia Moore drives right, and she can't find Johnson. Brown will be credited with the steal.
Subs coming.
And Ventura, they've got a lineup of 5 subs down there with 2:22 remaining.
And much needed rest for Campbell. She's been doing everything out there in this afternoon matchup for the Pirates. So it's going to be good to see her get some rest for those Pirates fans.
Oh, Chicken Noodle with a shake there to Green. Green's going to dribble right. Kick it to Salazar, who's going to shoot the 3. No, air ball. Amos with the rebound.
Yeah, that was a new little thing. Chicken Noodle shake and bake. That we
What
saw
can't
by
you do?
Campbell.
And that's going to be a timeout by Moorpark, and that'll bring the subs in, and we will be right back for the remainder of this game after this. Nilsson bringing it in to Amos. Amos back to Nilsson. Nilsson to Yanello. Yanello going to bring it across. She's going to pass it in to Johnson. Johnson, hand off to No. Johnson's going to drive.
There you go.
And she can't finish on Lewis, but she's going to
go
get the
back up,
rebound.
Go back up. There you go. Oh.
Johnson can't get the finish, but she'll get the foul. So headed to the line, shooting 2, Johnson. 1:34 remaining, 71-42. Ventura College over the Moorpark Raiders.
Hey, just like Mike was saying, throw it back up, Johnson. No matter how many times she misses those layups, if she gets it down low, always go up for it. You're probably going to get the foul called, as she just did right there.
Johnson hits her first. And Johnson hits her second. And so Ventura, with their bench in, Paige Larson's going to bring it up. And she's going to pass it to number 25, and that's Christina Gonzalez, over to Lewis. Lewis to the corner to Brunk. Brunk back to Lewis.
And don't be mistaken by these players from Ventura coming out during garbage time that, they're not as good players. Number 13 right there, Avery Brunk, she was part of Newberry Park High School, where they actually won CIF Southern Section championship game. I was actually there doing some commentating for that. And under Kayla Overbrook and Avery Brunk, those are the top 2 players on the team. So she does have a lot of talent. She might, deserve more playing time, but at least she's coming out here and representing her school.
So Munoz Albanez driving right. She's going to shoot it from the baseline, no good. A little too far into the basket maybe. Amos playing some tough defense. She wanted the charge, but she's going to be called for the block as Lewis made contact with her.
Something that's great for Amos is no matter the score, even though, they're down by, 27 points in the fourth quarter. So with only 52 seconds left, it's a for sure done game. Amos, she doesn't give up. She even was trying to get a charge, foul called against her. So she's trying to, keep her team energized and trying to continually work hard and, get a moral victory.
So Lewis takes Shirley's screen, and she's going to pass to Brunk. Brunk goes baseline. Her shot no good.
Shackton.
And Nilsson's on the ground for the ball. Albanez Munoz bringing it up now with 32 to play.
Nice
DeSimone driving right out
Pass
to
it,
Nilsson.
shoot
Nilsson
it.
for 3.
Give me that.
No good. And number 25, Christina Gonzalez with the ball. She's going to bring it up through traffic. And with 18 to play, Brunk is just going to wind this clock down. And while we have time, I'd like to thank Michael Grimes and the whole rest of our crew here today. And that's going to be the final. Ventura College 71, your Moorpark Raiders 44. Moorpark falls to 6-2 in conference, and Ventura stays undefeated. Anything to say, Ryan, to close things out here?
I think Moorpark needs to take this game. Don't dwell on it too much. Come out Wednesday, energized, ready to go, but just make sure during these next few days of practice, make sure to get it to Johnson. Johnson needs to be a bigger part of this game, but don't dwell too much on this loss. There is playoffs coming up. This is not the last game of the season. They'll be ready to go.
And Mike Jones?
Shout out to Coach Stu, having a new baby. Welcome, Tucker. And Raider up, guys. Raider up. Love y'all.
For sure. And so on behalf of our special guest, Mike Jones, and Ryan Ketchum, I'm Ryan Wilmore, and of course, Nathan Espinoza. But we will see you next Wednesday for our next Moorpark College basketball broadcast.